Naja throwing beer. Golden, he gon' fuck a nigga bitch wearing Burberry. Golden, keep a real shoot around like Wayne Bear. Golden, what the fuck inside that bowl, nigga, Katy Perry. Fuck nigga, I get it from the source, I'm a narco. Golden really stepping on that brick, nigga like Nardo. Spanish plug, he don't speak no English, he Ricardo. Fuck nigga, I'm chicken talking, this ain't for retardo. Pretty bitch, how the fuck that pussy get so fucking wet? What the fuck, I'm really getting that check, I can get him straight. Fuck nigga, if you sit down and listen, I can teach finesse. Golden down the Broward with the Haitians trying to learn the duet. Nigga had
Okay. My bad. I had to add myself real quick. Hey, yo, welcome back. We're doing this again and again and again until the damn roof fall off. First of all, once again, thank you for being part of the channel. If you're not, go ahead and just, bro. I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all, bro. Go to Florida TV. Go like it up. Go do it up. Do whatever the freak you got to do in order to do so. Just follow the pages on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everything, man. Let's go. Let's go. Literally, I see y'all on TikTok going crazy, man, messing with the content. So I'm to be to which I'm not even gonna cap, man. I'm blessed because I'm like the fact that y'all's even messing with a nigga, bro. Y'all don't even know me. Y'all just like, bro, with it. And y'all are really giving me genuine feedback on some shit. But we ain't gonna talk about that. But without further ado, bro, let's get into some actual shit, man. I've been feeling like shit for the past couple of days. I'm not gonna cap, but I was like, man, let me just go stream. I tried to stream the other day, but I couldn't. So I was like, damn, bro, like I feel like shit, man. So we're gonna watch a couple of. I think last time I watched the I Am Athlete was Stephen A, to which I'm still trying to post all the clips and if not, go ahead and check those out on TikTok. It's been going crazy. But I've been trying to post the clips in regards to those, so just be aware. I'm trying to figure out either doing Pivot or just Pivot or I Am Athlete. Because the Pivot drop, why not both? Why not both? Why not both? Why not both? The Pivot just dropped an episode. Oh, dang, they got an episode with Cam? What? I ain't gonna lie, this might be a little longer ass episode. But okay, so now the game has changed. So we could either we watching all of this. I ain't gonna cap, but we're not gonna watch too much of it because that's gonna take way too damn long. But we can see what this dude. They got the Michael Rubin billionaires hype-ish. Or we can get, man, fuck it. We finna get yeah, y'all see it. We finna get messy up in the field, bro. I'm gonna watch this episode that I didn't get to watch beforehand in regards to the Stephen A one. I was like, holy shit, I'm tripping. So this episode was pretty huge because it kind of dived into the shit that we as fans was trying to like, what the heck's going on? And before I get to start this, please go ahead and follow and like everything in regards to the channel, just everything. Please support the boys. Please support the boy. So at the end of the day, I do this for y'all. I try to provide y'all the best content possible. So therefore, if so, please go ahead and just shoot up anything. Shoot up the follow button, like it up, all that, man. Without further ado, we're gonna get this cracking.
What if I told you that you could get home internet
stupid ass ad run?
Verizon does home internet. Verizon does home internet, and it's only $25 a month.
Verizon Home Internet. No annual contracts, no
cracking,
hidden fees. Starting at $25 with select unlimited plans.
Don't y'all just hate when you smoke your roaches hella to the bone and it's like you try to save them, but like I don't know, for me it'd be so hard. It's like I can't do it, but y'all don't give a fuck. Hold on.
Where would you guys be if y'all stayed together?
And we already getting spicy with it. You see, before we even talk about this, I feel like I'm not even gonna cap, bro. I feel like everybody there were too many chefs in the kitchen on God. You got amazing ass personalities and talent, like in regards with the Pivot with Channing, Fred, all them, just things of that nature. I'm not gonna say too much. I want to wait until we go ahead and dive to the full video, but I can already tell, bro, like this is gonna be an action-packed. Let's go.
Another one I wouldn't even ask myself.
Ooh.
Where would we be if we...
I forgot about that. Ooh, bruh. I feel like Rory and fucking Maul was the two biggest dick suckers on that motherfucker. But I really feel like they made the show in ways that a lot of people, I mean, in regards to the show today, kind of doesn't have anymore type shit. Because I feel like, bro, this nigga Joe is like the captain, bro, and he be having two niggas that be sucking cock, like on some real shit. But that's just me though. I don't know about y'all niggas, but all I see these niggas don't have no substance. They don't be saying shit. I'm literally like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? So I'm like, man, fuck all that. But shout out to Joe, bro, and I love the Joe Budden podcast. Let's go.
We stayed together and we were at our greatest form. That's how I hear that question. And the truth of that is it wasn't that for a little while. And then you got to go through trying to mask that publicly. Yep. And that's back to people having their own visions and how to do this, how they want it to go, how they want it to feel. It's too many chefs.
What I just say, I even watch. I'm dead ass.
It's tough because when you start working with your friends, sometimes you speak less on the friendship side. Like we just working, we getting.
This is why I would never mix. Sorry if I'm talking too much, y'all. But this is why I'll never mix business with friendship, just because, bro. At the end of the day, it's a good idea. It sounds like an amazing idea. But it's like, nigga, what the hell? Like, especially going through the back and forth and it's really messing with your money. I'm not gonna cap, bro. And I'm pretty sure as all people, bro, we thought about going to business together with your homeboy. It's like, oh, we finna go up, we finna get these, we finna basically like we finna come up together type shit. But sometimes it don't be like that on God.
Your friendship deteriorate, but now you at work. Again, this is in real time. So to answer your question though, if none of that existed, sky was the limit.
We had to fight to get a meal. Yeah, wrongfully accused. We had to fight to get a bill. That's why we right to get a deal. He on the team, he gotta eat, you know. Despite the skills.
Follow the page if y'all didn't do already. Niggas try to play, but they trying to get like Freddy. Feeling like Betty. I was like, hold up, you're ready. They just killed the queen, nigga, but I wasn't ready. Go.
That's why I keep airing it out like I just passed gas.
I've seen that. Tried to press the queen, but I didn't. But I bitch. Tried to so much, but I couldn't get the relevant. Oh,
the I Am Athlete parlay. We did hot. These are guaranteed wins.
I'm gonna take Arizona over San Fran.
Whoa!
It's all about matchup, understanding.
Got them little ass, boy.
Bet.
I see money on
Mike,
me.
We got a great special guest on I Am Athlete, Joe Budden, one of the illest artists, right, and lyricists. I'm from up north, so today this is a special for me. Y'all know I'm big on lyrics, and we really want to give you your roses and your respect from the standpoint of being.
Why does that nigga, bro? I want to go back, bro, and I don't know if I'm tripping, bro. Please let me know if I'm tripping. Hold on, this nigga, I don't know who he is. This is not even disrespect. I'm really trying to find out who he is. If somebody can tell me in the comments who he is, bro, I really would appreciate it, bro. I'm not gonna cap. And his nigga look like a black ass Hulk, but we can get to it. But that's all I gotta say.
From the standpoint of being an artist in the game, being hot, right, and continuing that, and then find another lane, right. Has one of the biggest podcasts out right now. It's booming.
When did you realize that?
Grab your water,
the new
bro.
media had
Relax,
changed?
man. Let's smoke together.
I realized it earlier because I was a rapper putting albums out, and none of the rap critic would talk about my album.
Right.
I'm like, hey man, you ain't really listening to no rap music. How you miss this? There's some rappers that you missing. So maybe because I'm a rapper,
right? They can rap. Not the rappers you like.
Yeah.
You can rap.
Maybe I'll go speak about it in a way that you won't, and maybe I'll pay attention to some albums that you wouldn't.
How about this is the last time I'm gonna pause for a little bit, but fuck no. Even though because I'm probably a little younger, but then this nigga got it lit when it was pump it up, nigga. I think he only had like one good hit, and then you kind of just sayonara, my nigga. But if somebody can kind of educate me on the whole Joe Budden shit, then please do. But other than that, and that's not taken away from him in regard with the podcast shit. But with the music, I think podcast was the better way to go.
Right? So that's when I started for me.
Are you a hater on down south music? That's
No.
the question. No, for real, bro. We gotta answer this question. You know, I'm from Atlanta.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all about to go through it.
I ain't on the,
Answer the question
I
quick.
ain't on the north side, but I'm on the south side.
Answer the question, please. Answer.
I'm not on the north side. I'm on the south side.
Right.
So
you know, we already know what the Migos situation was with y'all, but it just seemed like you just don't like South rappers. Sound like Shady McCoy. I just want to know.
I love
like,
Lil Baby. That's not true.
I'm from Atlanta. I like Thug. I like Tip. I like Jeezy.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
That's the old South.
That's what I'm
They
into.
don't count.
You get
That's
what I'm
the
saying?
old South.
And Lil Baby.
Baby,
I like Lil Durk. But you don't name no South rappers. And I watch you a lot. Just watched you 2 days ago. You don't name too many people from the South when it comes to rap music.
I name
Why is
them.
that?
I name them and I hold them where they need to be held.
Who'd you name?
Lil Baby is one of them.
I would have paused so bad,
I
but
think is one of them. But for me, like this is new age. Like I'm Goody Mob, Outkast, Dungeon Family. Like
So
that's
you do like
that's what introduced.
This is why New York niggas, not New York niggas, I'm sorry. This is why northern niggas, bruh, or people from up north don't have good music taste and we got in the South. And that's just me personally. Y'all niggas talking about this, that, yada, yada, yada. To people that he already stated, I'm not saying they trash, but what are we talking about? Like, I don't know. I'm going to just keep watching the conversation, but.
Introduced me to that in New York.
All right.
Like, same thing that Pac did for me, same thing that Scarface did for me from over there. Like, those are the things I name when I talk about Atlanta.
Yeah.
The new, they just passed the baton to whoever, and everybody get a year. So
you've dealt with a lot of different breakups, relationships, or etc. Right? But on a serious note,
haven't we all?
you've had a big breakup, right? Recently, with Maul and Roy, right? And we had something like that before I got here. So Pac-Man, we're new.
Oh, shit, hold on. They already getting into it. It's already 5:21. It's about like goddamn. Oh, it ain't crazy, but damn, there's a lot of into podcast.
Brandon, first of all, has been great with us. Right, he's been great. But we had a lot of whispers about this and that and the third before we got here. I don't know about that breakup.
What were the whispers?
Oh shit!
That breakup.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
But I just wanted to ask you, you know, how was that transition from working with a certain guys, you know, coming in together and then branch off doing your own thing?
It was tough. It was tough. But I'm blessed in the fact that, like, I still work with my friends still. Like, my new guys that came in are still my guys that I've known for over 15 years. We done fought over women. We done did it all.
Right.
So this for them was like, it was pressure, I guess, because of the noise.
Right.
The noise, some of what y'all heard. And then there's public backlash. People don't like change. People get accustomed to some shit. But for me, it was just keeping the ship right. Taking some of the emotions out of it, some of the ego and the arrogance out of it, the gall, like, oh, it happened.
Comment down below who was in the rival between the Rory and, if I'm about to get, comment down below who is who was in the wrong in regards to the Joe Budden and Rory and Mal situation. I feel like this nigga Joe was 100%. He wasn't in the wrong. No, I feel like it was more so Rory and Mal. But I feel like he was more. It made more sense for him to feel the way he felt just because it was his shit. I understand that he brought y'all along, but it was his shit. Now I feel like with I Am Athlete, I don't know, because at the end of the day, isn't it about a group of guys talking about one thing? I'm guessing it's kind of the same shit because Brandon Marshall started it, but like, bro, the reason why the show was so good in the fucking first place was because of Chad, the energy, the vibe that the show provided, bro. Like Chad, Channing, you'll see Ryan for the most part, but Fred come with the wisdom, Chad come with the and Channing too, they'll come with the petty banter. Ocho versus Science, like, bro, that was going crazy, bro. People loved it. So the fact that we got, I mean, to which shout out LaShawn McCoy and Pac-Man, like, but it's just not the same energy. Like the energy is transitioned to something else to where now we got to kind of get used to it, and you know what I'm saying, just digesting this what we see right here. So
how could this happen, right? And then you just get back on what's important, which is you got a staff of employees that got to feed their families off what y'all doing. You got goals and visions, and sometimes everybody don't share in it, right? There's nothing wrong with that, but how you get to that realization could be painful. So we went through it. We went through it probably, and there's a few other podcasters that went through it. Y'all can speak to. Like it happens. Like this is a new space.
Watch this. I can show you how to get the sweetest deals online when you shop from major retailers like Amazon and Target. You can drop prices automatically.
Shut your ass up.
New emotions, new feelings, and you're doing it in real time on the fly. So that's the thing. Like, I don't ever pretend to have all the answers, but I persevere. I've done it my entire life. Like, I'm going to always bet on me. Right. I'm going to always bet on just sitting down with a plan and a vision and getting some shit done and getting to work. Fasten up the boots. I done slept in parks. I go. Like, and I can't expect everybody, not talking about the old crew, but just I can't expect everybody in life to have that same motor that I got. That's what makes me me.
Right. So sometimes, you know, the media takes
somebody tell me who he is. Don't know. I just know he did play in the NFL. He's just
the relationship between Roy and Maul now. What is that like?
Y'all get right to the shit over here, boy.
That's what I'm saying, dog. I'm like, y'all ain't even trying to, like, y'all trying to get out the way all the juicy shit, bro. That's probably why this shit so goddamn short, bro. It could have been like an hour and a half game, bro. They getting right to the motherfucking meat and fucking potatoes. What's up?
I tell y'all done did 5 damn shows. Y'all,
of course.
You get to it.
Of course. You hear most
I mean, I love it, but I hate it because goddamn, we gonna wait for that.
But we giving you the opportunity. Was it a mutual break? Is it cordial? Is it still, you know, negative static, negative energy?
I don't think there should be. I mean, I don't know because this is not something that I speak about on the day-to-day. I don't check on. Like, this ain't even in I'm tunnel vision to the goal.
Swear.
I don't think that there should be, right? But that's me. I can't speak for how anybody else feels. Everybody landed. That's the thing. If everybody landed where they were supposed to land, everybody's doing great, I would assume. And I can't focus on last week's game. I guess that's the best way to put it. And that was probably
that's some old head shit, but
right?
That's some real shit.
I was so focused on next week's game that I was missing what was going on in the house this week's game. So yeah, that won't happen again. Tough lessons, but glad to learn them early.
So like you watch sports.
Love it.
We had Kyrie Irving on the show. And
Jersey.
I don't know who it was that asked the question.
I probably asked him. I was Shady. I did it.
So Shady asked the question, probably not. Like if you and Braun stayed together, you know, and so I say that, you use that sports metaphor. If, you know, you guys were still together, you know, where would your platform be? Because I hear what you're saying, because when I went through what I went through, Deej was the first one that kind of he really broke the news to me. And I know we getting there, but in like the first conversation that we had, it was like a sports metaphor. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So with you, when that happened, you know, I understand like, okay, we got to go next. We you know, what's next, the next game. But, you know, now in retrospect, where would you be? Where would the network be? Because we talked about your podcast, but really, Joe Budden's a network. You know what I'm saying? You bring others along, which is why I always, you know, study you from afar. And also I hit you up at times for advice. Where would you guys be if y'all stayed together?
Another one I wouldn't even ask myself. I guess, where would we be if we stayed together and we were at our greatest form? That's how I hear that question. And the truth of that is it wasn't that for a little while. And then you got to go through trying to mask that publicly. And that's back to people having their own visions and how to do this, how they want it to go, how they want it to feel, what deal you should take, what deal you shouldn't take, how you should go with it. It's just too many chefs.
In the kitchen, nigga. We got to speak on it, bro. You can't, I personally wouldn't be, bro. I'm a ride pause, but, bro, I'm gonna be with my partner, bro, all the way to the end, bro. They already know this. They already know what's going on. But at the end of the day, bro, if we finna go into business, bro, we gotta understand, bro. Like, we cannot get emotional with this shit. And if so, don't go into business with me, bro. Cause at the end of the day, you got your family to feed. I got my family to feed. You know what I'm saying? The fact that shit, I wouldn't want to put money over none of my brothers. That's just real shit. So I'm like, nah, bro, we not doing that. So therefore, I understand where niggas is coming from on some real shit, like especially on the bigger platforms. So what it is, everybody got their eyes on you. Everybody always got something to say. It's like, god damn, it's like not a friendship killed. Them niggas probably don't speak to each other ever fucking again. And it probably could have been, it's over, literally business. Telling y'all, bro. So personally with me, bro, like I said, you gotta really pick who you put your business in, bro, because that shit really might. Hey, man. Hey, man.
It's tough because when you start working with your friends, sometimes you speak less on the friendship side. Like, we just working, we get into it.
It's like
some of that communication.
It's like, yeah, we was bad. You was my bad.
Trust fades. Some other things start to fade. You watch a friendship deteriorate, but now you at work. Again, this is in real time. So to answer your question, though, if none of that existed, sky was the limit.
So what if I said if you bought this shirt, you could win this car? Well, you'd probably go to GasBucketGarage.com immediately.
Hey, bitch.
You hear the stories about Kobe and Shaq. Same, like, damn, if Shaq would have practiced some more, how many could we have won?
Right.
Like, sky's the limit.
Damn.
We could have, who knows? It would have went crazy. Unfortunately, didn't go down like that. God has a whole nother plan for everybody. That's why I say it's important that everybody landed on their feet. Because, what they're doing, I want them to do. Like, go own. You go feel what it's like. When I was in Jersey City rapping on mixtapes, I was on a Clue tape. Thought I was rich. I was broke. It wasn't no singles. It wasn't no nothing. But when I went back to the hood, boy, them thought I was the littest in the world. They thought I had it. So then when I wasn't giving back like they thought I should,
because they thought you had,
some feelings grew there. And what I used to always say was, damn, I can't wait till one of you make it. I can't wait till one of you get to sit in this seat so you understand. And sure enough, a bunch of started making it. And a bunch of started to understand. Like, so.
Heavy is the head that wear the crown.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Come on, I'm here with y'all now. Y'all woke me up after the first two.
No, but it's funny because we all been there. And then I think for us, even us, like they have these big contracts. Yo, Brandon Marshall signed for 5 years, $80 million. But like, there's a certain amount that you really get. And the $80 million, you probably not gonna see that. You know what I'm saying? So to everybody, you got way more money you have, and we all can't go. Sure, family, friends, and all that. But like, damn, I got my boys I grew up with. I kind of want to take care of them. But when you start doing all that, it's like, I think I got way more money than I really got. And it's hard to really do that. So when you say that, that's why I'm laughing, because we all been there. We had these locker room talks where everybody think you got so much paper than what you really got. So for him to say that, it's like, yo, we gotta understand, because, and I don't know how the rap game is. I've been around a lot of rappers.
In rap, it was different, because it's like, if you can't rap, we're not even gonna have certain conversations. You can't rap. Y'all athletes, so y'all all do the athlete. But if you can't rap, it's certain shit we ain't even about to talk about. In podcasting, that eliminates that now. We could all talk.
Right.
We could all grab a chair.
Right.
We could all get to. So now people's ideologies might be different. It changes. It changes. It's not talent based. It's not talent based. It's, you see it, I can emulate that, I can do that, and you give it a shot.
Right.
And you like that. You like that. That's great, but brings a lot of bull.
Right.
When you invest your time and your energy in some, and I'll take it. Let me not even do that. Let me not get my little PC answer.
Like, uncut. We need the uncut. We need the Joe that put the Migos off the stage, though. not the one that's doing the red carpet.
Yeah, let me not get my PC answer. This is what I had to learn, and I can't speak for anybody else's situation. For me, I was kind of the last, I've said this before, I was kind of the last one to know that my friends were looking at me in a way that wasn't friendly. Like, it was boss. And my new crew, they joke like that, right? Like they say, yo, you the boss. It's your what you say go.
Keep saying I hate it.
Yeah, they say that, and I understand where it comes from, right? But I'm the friend. We've been 15, 20 years. For me, it got tricky because you can't leverage friendship. Like you can't write that in the contract.
Yeah.
All you could do is because I love you like a man, I'm gonna bypass some of these things that I'm experiencing out in the corporate world. That's all I ever tried to do. Like I know the these be on. Can't do it with me because I come in there and say what it is. Like I talk. I'm not one of them. I walk away from the money. I'll curse out the CEO. Like what we got to do here. Everybody not willing to do all of that. Now I'm off on a tangent.
Where we're at, the position in the space we occupy, we got to learn to take the emotion out of the money.
Sure enough.
That's when we mess it up.
Sure enough.
Right? Because it's difficult because he talked about this new space that we're in, and there's really no script. Like I feel like it's a revolution to like sports and media and culture and entertainment. Like now, athletes want to sit down with athletes, entertainers want to sit down with entertainers. And so if we're going to run networks, if we say we're going to bring others along, then we really, it's hard, but it's like, bro, like we got to take the emotion out of the money. And how we're starting all this is off of our friendships and our relationships. So I hear what you're saying, but from my, the last 3 years and my experience, bro, the emotion is when you get in trouble. You know what I mean?
That's when I got in trouble.
Emotion part?
Yeah. Cause like I love you. Why y'all playing with me? Like y'all know me. Like don't play with me.
Right.
Like that's how you feel. But again, that may be ego and that may be arrogance and like, yo, the gall. Like I'm taking offense to something. But after the emotions pass, like what am I?
Right.
I understand how everybody could feel that way. And I understand why y'all made some of the decisions y'all made in hindsight. Thankful that this worked out for me, y'all. Everybody don't have to be offended, but when it was emotional, that's the thing. Like I was going to therapy with it.
Wow,
Shoot,
we're on Verizon now.
damn
Because
ad.
of One Unlimited for iPhone. It comes with Apple One. That's Apple Music, Apple TV Plus, Apple Arcade, and iCloud Plus.
All included on the network you want to be on.
Get One Unlimited for iPhone and get iPhone 14 Pro on us when you pre-order.
These
Verizon.
motherfuckers getting bread.
I've been trying to find a better way to
These
save my
motherfuckers
money,
getting bread.
but I just keep dragging
I
my
don't
feet.
fucking think so.
You know, NerdWallet has side-by-side comparisons
Bro.
of top high-yield savings accounts, so you
That's
can be
some
sure you're making the
bullshit.
smartest decision.
Oh, that's incredible. You're still out.
NerdWallet, the smartest decision for all your financial decisions.
Better skip this.
I don't play with therapy. I don't play with mental health. I cherish it differently than some people.
Yeah.
So when we start going to therapy, like when I'm calling my therapist up to sit down and get to the core of some, and it's just like you using it like a tactic, like a negotiating tactic. Like I'm not saying anybody did that, but I felt like that at one point.
Right.
And yeah, you wasn't gonna get the best Joe in that instance because you playing with me, you're wasting my time. Like I got to do.
Y'all around like pussyfooting around the conversation. Say the pivot, say the name.
Let's go. Come on, we got it.
But the whole time y'all talking for like 15 minutes, y'all not even addressing. If somebody's just watching this for the first time, they don't know what.
Oh, they don't know who we talking about.
Yeah, but
You're right.
I'm trying to sit back because I don't need to lead the conversation. I'm
Let me
waiting
get through, Omar. I got it. I got you.
His first day in the NFL, I took him out. That's how far we go back. Right. I got the tape. I got all the evidence. I'm gonna be around forever. House athlete, I'm athlete, with all that.
Whatever it is.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna listen.
cool. I was before I was married.
I'm
AIDS hurt me out.
It don't matter. Right. So it was a situation where I got the same calls as you got. Right. And I have a no, but
They call.
what's happening?
Let him go. Let him go.
Hold on.
He got it.
Hold on. I'm not gonna be PC, but I heard it from both sides, right? And as I look at the situation, I think there was a lack of communication, right? So once there became a lack of communication between you, Channing, Fred, I think that's when the emotions started to fuel it.
No, ask me direct. Ask me. There was no lack of communication. I was over communicating. If we all put in $35,000, right? That was Reggie Wayne. It's before Ocho. If we all put in $35,000, yo, we could bust it down 4 ways. I was talking like brothers, like that's how we talk.
So there was an option.
Because the focus for me was at the time I wanted to sell a show. Like I'm sitting there, bro. I'm sitting there watching ESPN. Like this is my passion. House of Athlete Wellness, mental health. What you talking about? Facility. That's a studio to me. And then I'm looking around. Me and Channing Crowder sitting there, and we at somebody's birthday at my crib, and we got to a place in the pandemic where we was comfortable to have people over. Me and Channing sitting in the front yard in the driveway, and I'm sitting in. All of our babies is running out in the drive. They running and playing. I look at bro, one of my all-time favorite teammates. I said, "Damn, he's so he amazing. Channing Crowder is amazing." And I look at bro. I said, "Damn, bro, like would you do a podcast?" He said, "Yeah, bro, I'll rock with you." Say no more. I'm not communicating at this time like what I'm thinking, like how it's gonna come together. You know, I haven't said anything. I tried to take the high road. Puffy's deal with Clive Davis. Clive Davis gave Puffy $50 million to bring Bad Boy to what it is. Right now, bro, it's probably even more now. They got 500 million records sold. 2008, Jay-Z did a deal with Live Nation, Rock Nation, like $150 million deal. Jay-Z turned that 150 into 1.4 billion.
I'm your Kanye and your Biggie.
But you know what I'm saying? So like you gotta move a certain way. You know, it's like in sports. You can't go out there.
And that's the point. You can't explain this to somebody.
It's hard.
You can't teach this to somebody that don't understand what he's saying.
Right.
Like they're gonna look at you. You've been making all types of calling all types of shots back here, being protective that nobody know about. Because you that's what gotta happen when you leave the shit. But now just looking at you. I don't know about him. You're like, wait, huh? I don't know about me. Like, how long we been
in every relationship, right? When there's a breakup, of course, you know, a lot of times it's one individual's fault, but you were the head in your situation, right? You were the head in your situation. So there is also something on you as well, right? Looking back at it, the situation, what could you have done differently, right? Because
great question.
While you're going through it, you feeling like I'm doing this, now I'm vouching for you. You already said kind of what yours was, and I'll let you go. It was the communication, the friendship.
It's simple. It's simple. First off, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was calling Joe. That's why Joe here, bro. Like I was calling Joe, like, bro, you've been through this already. I got tears in my eyes thinking about this. He know. 12:31 in the morning, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I'm walking
bro,
out the strip club.
Tell me,
yeah,
no, seriously, bro, leaving the strip club, coming out to talk to me, bro. Walk me through this. How should I be? This is what they offered me. What you think? No, don't do that. Do this. Boom, boom, boom. Noriega, the same thing. And All the Smoke, Matt Barnes, same thing. Everybody in the space that did it before us, I'm calling. I'm leaning on. Okay, so but basically what I'm saying though is this. I didn't know. I came as a homie, as a brother. Yo, we can sell a show. Here's what happened. We're in that meeting. I put together one sheeter. I still got the one sheeter. I say, look, guys. I talked to my agent, WME, Josh Pye. He represents some of the biggest production companies, some of the biggest whatever back there. Like, he gonna get mad at me if I tell you who, but we talk about the biggest name in basketball and name production companies, football, boom, them. My first meeting at WME, Ari Emanuel had Oprah on the call. I did my work, and this is what was presented to me. I recommend y'all do the same. But what I think, this is the offer. I said, look, everybody can bust it down. You know how we talk. Bust it down. Bust it down.
Yep.
There ain't no corporate talk, none of that. We all bust it down. This is what I'm thinking. This is how much it's going to cost us, the investment for the production for season 1.
Is this crowded them?
Everybody, yeah, we in the meeting. We in the meeting. SA's involved too. So boom, we all sitting there. it's going to be about 100 and something. That was about 35,000 a piece. But then I also said merch, because merch was a big thing, because I'm studying a lot of other people too. So I'm like, it's probably going to be like a $10,000 investment for website. And then we got to get product. So like whatever you invest is what you get out.
Yeah.
Right. However y'all want to participate. But if y'all don't choose to do that, then here's a per show episode fee. So I gave two options.
Right.
Fred Taylor, and this is why there's like I always like spent time with Fred, because from the beginning, Fred was like, you know what? I believe in ownership.
I believe in these fucking ads not coming to fucking life. Now they using and abusing niggas. Get the fuck out of here.
You invest is what you get out. Yeah. Right? However y'all want to participate. But if y'all don't choose it,
the $6 your way deal at Burger King is a triple win. Your choice of a bacon double cheeseburger or a rodeo.
Do that, then here's a per show episode fee. So I gave two options.
Right.
Fred Taylor, and this is why there's like I always like spent time with Fred, because from the beginning, Fred was like, you know what? I believe in ownership. He said, I believe in ownership. Boom. All right, say no more. Channing said his exact words, I like security. I don't really like to take those chances or whatever. I'm gonna take the per show fee. We break through. That 100-something thousand investment that we said it was going to take, it turns into like 600, 700,000. But the audience is going crazy. Now Fred T come and he like, yo, let's have that meeting. So I was like, say no more, let's talk, right? But I'm going, like I'm just going every day, but I'm going. Ain't no problem. Like I see the vision. You know what I'm saying?
Yesterday's price.
Everybody getting paid but me and Fred T. Okay. Fred T didn't come back. Like he after one show, you know, audience, it's like crazy right now.
I ain't no yesterday's price that fast. It's fast.
Yeah, that's
it was
fast.
This is
It was
fast.
So Fred T come. So Fred after one of the shows, like, yo, let's tighten up the business. I said, let's do it. Like come in Tuesday. Come in Tuesday.
You know
That's
that
exactly what I said. Come in Tuesday in the office at noon. So I'm up there at noon. Me and SA sitting there. No Fred T.
Oh, he didn't come.
No show, no call. Also, that's fine. He's like, oh man, I missed it. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, that's cool. Let's never reschedule, whatever. But then we got back on the horn about 4 or 5 months later. And long story short is, and this is where Fred and I bumped heads. This is the only thing.
Oh shoot. I don't know, man. What y'all think, man? Listen, bro. I'm gonna be real. He did give bro a chance. He did say bro ain't never rescheduled. Why you ain't never rescheduled, Mr. Freddie T? I mean, I know you busy, bro, but you know what I'm saying? If you're the one that even brought that proposal up in the first place, Freddie T, what y'all think, man?
For real, the only real fight for me was that. Because because again, principle, man of your word, et cetera, et cetera. He said from the beginning, I believe in ownership. Cool, bet. But when we sit in the office and he like basically like, yo, I want X%. I'm like, I don't like, bro, like everything changed because the investment was bigger. You know what I'm saying? My wife working on this, she ain't got paid. SA came here to run House of Athlete. She not boom, boom, boom. So when you really look at the numbers, it's like crazy now. And I'm so like the percentage changes. It's no longer you get a quarter of everything because of what, you know what I mean? And I looked at him and it was very simple. And this is where the heated conversations came in at. It's just like, bro, like if this flopped, would you have come back and gave me $500,000, $700,000? Or said, you know what, bro, it flopped. I know I said, you know, last year that this is what I was going to give you. You know, here you go. I said, let's get to a fair deal. So there's so much more that we can talk about. And this is my first time saying it, so I feel like I'm ranting a little bit. Oh, it's okay.
You want to know what's crazy?
You're not ranting, dog. This is
when you hit me up. I had started a little podcast.
It's podcast, but go ahead.
What? It was me, Trail, Vilma, and Robert. OCH after huddle. We was just doing Canes.
No, let me not say that. I take that because I never watched it.
We was doing Canes football type, whatever. The youth start sucking. That's why our whole podcast went down because we was too focused on the University of Miami. And when it started losing, but what I'm saying, what's crazy is after you hit me up the second time, I look back at the messages and I'm like, damn, I could have been a part of I Am Athlete out the gate, right? But when I talk about full circle and we talk about everybody going their own way, if you go on your own way, you should be happy, right? Shouldn't slander, shouldn't be talking bad, shouldn't be talking negative. And I broke the news to be, right? And I'll be honest, I'm partners.
No,
I'm partners with Fred Taylor in another business, right? I'm partnered with Fred Taylor in another business, and I saw the first episode, and B had hit me up, and I said, "Yo, you know these?" Because I was in limbo, because he was like, "Might want to have you on for a few shows. I don't want to."
Let me tell you real quick. So the reason why I hit you up, right? And this was probably a year, 7 months before they made they left.
Yeah.
Was because I saw where it was going. And I just wanted to introduce the audience to new people. So that was you, that was Jared Aldrich. I was like, because now if this goes left, now we ain't skipping a beat.
Can I ask you a question? What was they doing before they got on with you? What were they doing?
Channing was on radio for 10 years, local, just covering the Dolphins.
I will say he is gifted. He's dope.
He's really good.
All right, and then Fred's probably, and he's one of those I respect because Fred was nice.
Yeah,
but when we
OG.
talking about like podcasts and being out there and all that, like we got to be more grateful. Every city has a radio little group, you know, Pac-Man Jones, Twisted Ankle Practice, like whatever. That's small. So now you're on this big platform and you trying to take all this, like be grateful. We need to learn that word. Gotta be grateful, bro. This is a big platform.
Can I ask you something real quick? He asked you, what would you do differently? You never answered that. Okay. And now that you know what the play is, what would have you done? So hindsight, do you understand what I'm saying? I want to know if you could have changed something,
right?
What would you have done differently?
Yeah, I went on a tangent. From that aspect, from the business side of it, there was nothing I could do. Like, that's what it was, bro. Like, I had no clue. I had a vision, and I went with my gut. If I had to say one thing, I would have took the emotion out of the business. There's no emotion in money, right? Meaning, like, when
and there's no emotions with facts.
Right.
The facts are the facts, whether we're emotional about it or not. So then why are we emotional? These ain't gonna change.
Because we're human.
I wish I could have.
Because I did the same thing.
Only reason
I did the same exact
thing.
thing.
It is emotional because that's me asking Brandon, like, hey, B, if they want to sit down for a podcast, would you sit down with them?
From Channing and Fred?
Yeah.
If I'm being honest right now,
no, because I ain't gonna let you. I answer the question for him. But that is emotional. Do you get what I'm saying, Joe?
It might not.
Damn. So how can you say that though? But that's crazy. That's crazy.
Necessarily be emotional. Maybe you don't want to see niggas win. I'm not helping you win.
I know the impact and power of my voice. Not saying me. But no, come on. I might not want to help you win. And that might not be emotional. That could be logical too.
That was a real conversation.
Walmart ain't gonna put Target's
Hold on.
in front of their store.
If you get traded from the Eagles and go to the
Yes,
Cowboys,
yes. Yeah, yo. Yeah, come on with this, yo. Enough of this cool athlete you niggas on in here, man.
Get to the real cut.
Yeah,
I'm with
him.
between
I'm
me
with
and
him.
B. He asked me.
My
No,
point
wait.
with the business
Well, I'm gonna
world,
sit down with you niggas.
Hold on. My point with the business world is that you don't understand that you know now is sharks. Everybody got a shark. It ain't no mother thing is being fair. What you talking about? Because at the end of the day, I play with how many owners you play for?
7.
Have they ever been fair to you? No. But what I'm saying is
Answer
business.
all my questions for me. Yeah.
Business is business. And when they get with personal situations,
that's why you gotta take. That's why I say.
But
That's
what
why.
I said earlier, Pac,
Come on,
is
bro.
the greatest thing. Like, and y'all are athletes, so y'all probably have a great understanding. But what's in the contract is in the contract.
What I tell you all the time.
What's
Man,
written
that's
down?
the
What's
business.
written down is written down.
Right.
That's the end. You go get with your team, your lawyer,
figure it out.
the people you
Well,
trust.
what's the challenge?
Go through it.
Yeah.
Come back.
Right.
Negotiate it.
Yeah, you know what they do.
So,
You did the contract. They
the
go
day,
through it.
the day that B and I spoke when
Not bad, bro.
first saw
Having that
the
SMR
podcast, and I
and
let him
motherfucker,
know.
bro.
Here's exactly what I said. I said, you know, Fred and Channing, they just dropped a podcast.
I was in the back room getting a massage.
I got the
actually,
text message
at 10
in,
a.m.
whatever.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, look, I said, this ain't no different than a 2 p.m. game on a Sunday afternoon. Two teams come in.
This one's
It's not
the
even
perfect
that
gift
deep,
for the
though.
friend who's been getting a little too comfortable during quarantine. Maybe your
This
son,
nigga said they
a
finna go
father.
to battle. Like,
one team.
What? Are you serious? Is that deep? If anything, like Joe said, you wish them niggas succeed. You talking about some battle, like bugging.
Team lead victorious. He hit me up. I needed to hear that. We started to have the conversation. It was like, because everybody know B can get messy. He was headed down the messy road. He was like, do I get messy? Do I do this? Do I blah blah blah? And I was like, nah. Like, then you was like, I'm surprised because you went from that. You was like, do I shut him out? Do I congratulate him? What? Nah,
well, that's what you learn in sports, like high road. High road.
Oh, please.
Exactly.
That was something again.
I can't wait until they respond to this.
I took a picture of Channing and Fred, like,
and it was exactly, and it was, you know, I'm not gonna lie,
but I can want you to succeed.
My dog was off balance.
Quietly
I was off
balance.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, my dog was off balance. The went from like we just get messy with it. You shut him out. And I was like, whoa, like chill. That's why he didn't answer the question when I was asking you, where did you f up and what did you learn? Because when he came at me and he asked me to be a part of the show, I already knew all that. And the reason that I'm here and I'm on this show right now, because we all make mistakes and there's always growth.
Exactly.
The first thing that he said, because remember, I played college ball with Reggie Wayne. Like I said, I got a relationship with Fred. And I've seen the growth of B. I've seen the maturity of B. So when he asked me to be on the show, he didn't know that I knew all the background and whatever.
Yeah.
And I asked him these questions, and it was like, look, here's what it is. Here's what I could pay you. Here's what I'm trying to do. I didn't implement the rev share. We're going to implement the red share. If there's things that you got to push out, your brand, blah, 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 we're going to make sure you're in the forefront. What is it that you want? What is it that you need? And for me, that opened it up for me to be a part of this, because the mistake that you have made, and again, I'm not going to say that the way you conducted your business and you was right to do it exactly how you did it, but there were some little things that were a little off.
So let me ask
but
you a question.
It has to do with communication. It has to do with you not.
So let me
knowing
ask you a
what you're
question
doing.
right now.
100%.
So you got Dime Life.
100%.
What's Fred Taylor's brand?
I don't get what you're saying.
So you're saying rev share. I implemented rev share.
Yes.
So boom. What?
He doesn't have one.
Okay. What's Channing Crowder's brand?
He doesn't have one.
Okay. So, and then the other thing you said, You understand? So like, remember from the very first conversation, I learned a lot. That's what the only thing.
That's
take
what I'm
the
saying,
emotion
yeah.
out the money.
Yeah, you learned a lot.
But the first thing I said, this is a real conversation. I'm pushing back the House of Athlete. Channing Crowder, the fishing show. Hold on, time out. I went to the NFL film, said I need help producing my show.
This thing be getting aggressive.
They sent me a producer. That's Alicia. Okay, boom, Alicia, this is what it is. I'm building on a production company. Channing Crowder is phenomenal. He got this fishing show that he did 10 years ago. It's on YouTube, but he ain't do nothing with it.
Bro, look at this nigga's fucking neck, dude. Fucking neck swole, boy. That nigga is mad as a bitch right now, bro. Nigga blood pressure on 120 over 100. What are you talking about?
With it. When we gonna bring that back? Okay. Fast forward a year and a half in, Channing Crowder's ready to do the fishing show, Joe. Channing Crowder don't come to me. Channing Crowder goes to Alicia. And I said, whoa. We talked about this from the beginning.
Nigga sweating.
Fred Taylor, whatever you want. I'm the one every day, like, yo, your hats, your this, the that. Like, let's launch it. Oh, well, when you going to? No, bro, you do it.
Point is why you so emotional is because your vision wasn't everybody else's vision. And when you in this circle, just like us, like you told us the other day with me and Shady on the West, hey man, I'm about to build them up restaurants, whatever. You tell me, first thing me and Shady say, hey, we're gonna meet about it when we get there.
When I talked about the restaurant group.
Remember on the restaurant when we talking on
that's what I'm saying. Like your vision is not gonna only be yours at some point. Right? Like no idea is original. So what was the problem with them taking the fishing show and going somewhere else?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a problem. But what it was because what DJ was talking about was like at the beginning we had that first meeting, like because he keeps saying like communication, like House of Athlete where we're sitting. This is my passion, this is my purpose. So I said I'm gonna push the traffic to House of Athlete. What are you pushing the traffic to? Because he talk about like his brand Dom Life. He's doing a phenomenal job with that. So how we utilize this whole audience to also make sure that his brand is thriving and eating. They didn't have any products or any brick and mortar, nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
So like that's where the whole fishing thing came in. We sat down and talked about
this. But what he's saying is fact then. But then I came and I watched you and I spoke to you and I spoke to some people.
Are you a man or woman who suffers from alopecia, thinning hair, or any form of male pattern baldness?
The tightest dick riding from Mr. McCoy.
Plans than I had back then.
Just relax.
That's okay though. That's okay too.
And that's what I'm saying, right? Like some of us are fueled differently. I got into that earlier, but what do you want the result of that to be like, right? Like I want to inspire people. I want people to. I bump into them all the time. Yo, as you was talking to the pod. Yeah. I left my trucking job, started some. I'm making such and such. I'm rocking now. Right. I'm running them all the time. That's what I want to see. Like I don't want to harness it.
Right.
I don't want to take all that I've learned out here and just for me and my people. No, it got to be greater than us at some point.
That's my passion too. So Corey Holmes, who just interviewed you 3 years ago in the middle of the pandemic, when I was talking about the podcast, Corey Holmes was one of my first athletes that used to train at this facility. So he was doing DoorDash, or no, he wasn't doing DoorDash. What's the competitor to Uber?
Postmates?
No, it's like a driver.
I only know
Lyft.
Oh,
he was lifting. And so I went to him, I was like, damn, what you doing now? Like, you super talented. You went to Notre Dame, you went and got your journalism degree, whatever, boom, boom, boom. I said, what you doing? He's like, man, I'm lifting. I said, all right, well, come over here. I'm about to open up this House of Athlete. Start at the back of house, clean the facility, but you can one day grow up to be a manager. But what's your bigger vision? He said, this is 3 years ago. He said, I want to get into production. I want to get into TV. Boom. Just 2 weeks ago, I went to Corey. I said, yo, for season 4, we're about to start that. Now you about to implement that journalism. He ain't know I remembered that. Okay, Gordito Flow, and doing back of house, cleaning a facility. We had Lil Wayne on this reggaeton artist, Gordito Flow. He come out, he cipher, and now Kodak Black want to sign him. You know, because he come on, we give him the input, like, yo, I'm about to do the cipher, you get a platform, boom, bam. You know what I'm saying? And I can go on and on and on with a couple people because we share that same vision. You understand? It's like 70 employees. What are y'all goals? What are you trying to reach? This is my goal. It's my I'm trying to reach.
Yeah,
Hey,
but,
Joe,
yeah, but wait, hold up. Let me
you
give him something real quick. But in that, right? Because I've had that same story. Sometimes I'll pick up the phone to have a conversation with him, and he'll push back, and he'll say, well, no, Joe. I own this over here. My 5-year plan is to do this. I've watched you. I've learned from you, and I just have a different way of going about this. I'm gonna run over here to this. I'm gonna license this over here. I'm gonna keep on ads, and I don't need to work for nobody, so I appreciate you, but I'm gonna do this a different way.
That's okay.
And it's okay.
That's okay. No, I agree.
Let me ask my
they
question
still
first.
get it. They still get that from
Joe,
us.
but this is the main motherfucking question right now. Tell him, because he trusts you with everything he got. You understand what I'm saying? How do we get to I ain't gonna say a comfortable situation, because it would never be comfortable, but how do I say, all right, I did my due diligence, this is what I stand for, how do I move on? Because you have done this. You get what I'm saying? You had friends that's in the same situation.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you ain't even got to submit, you're gonna move on with your whether you down for that or not.
Yeah, factory.
Like you just got to give time. Yeah, no choice in that. Like back to who the we. Like, what's your alternative? You either gonna fail and sink and beef and it's up for life,
exactly.
Or time will go on.
Time niggas be out here.
Benchmarks. You'll hit yours. Maybe somebody don't. But in hindsight, when time is different, have faith, yo. You gotta have faith in some. Have faith in your plan, or have faith in a higher power that, all right, he putting some in front of me that I got to deal with. All right, let's go through this. But you just got to have faith in something. Like,
and I want to tell you, B, you're doing a hell of a job right now of
Well,
what
that's
you
a
need
fact.
to do. You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And I want to commend you on that, because sometimes, bro, I know how it is, but like, you might not call all these motherfuckers at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I know you may be like, sometimes this motherfucker pack calling me at 3:30 in the morning. You get what I'm saying? Called you the other day at 6:30 a.m.
They do this.
Hey, brother. Him too.
No, not him.
No,
too.
for real. I do. I said I do. I called you too,
Yeah,
bro.
call me on with 3-way.
Yeah.
But that's me, Joe. You know, I'm
on my phone at 2
you
a.m.
know, I ain't trying to beat around the bush. None about it. They know I love this mother. Do you understand?
Well, that's where he lucked out at, because
yeah,
listen, you not only do y'all love him, but you is good.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I remember walking out the strip club. We were trying to find hosts. Like, damn, but this was good at this, and this was good. Whatever. This is true. Chill out.
Right.
Sports is lucky. Y'all got charismatic, charismatic all over the place.
Let's be honest though. Like,
that's so true.
And I'm saying how things happen, you know what I mean? But I mean, he, you know, Chaney, he dropped Chaney, or Chaney left, Fred left, but I mean, you picked up Pac-Man and Shady with Corey.
Serious? What about D? What about D?
He was already on.
That's what I'm
saying.
Don't count.
All right, cool. All right.
Look, Pat, it's easy to answer your question, bro. We athletes. We got to put everything in. We understand those type of analogies the best.
on.
What did I tell him from day one? This ain't different.
It's just like football.
2 p.m. kickoff on a Sunday afternoon.
Somebody got to win.
Somebody got to win.
To peace of mind, validation is who got the trophy at the end.
Oh,
right? And like I said, like y'all, you can say I'm double agent because I'm over here. Nick, but nah. Hey, I'm texting right now. Hey man, just no. But listen, at the end of the day, it's stop thinking.
Excuse me, what? She wanna forward.
Was I wrong? This is it. What I could have did better, whatever. You knew what you wanted. You knew your vision, right?
Yeah.
If you got the trophy at the end.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel
that's it. No. They don't nobody give a honestly right now.
But the reality is
we trying to act like it ain't pivot versus I am athlete.
It
is. That's what I'm saying. We read the streams. We read the streams.
I don't never look at none of them. I don't be doing all that.
It don't matter though.
We here to know it.
It don't matter.
Hold on.
It's
You
competition.
here to know it same way in football. Oh. Nah, not really though. Might not be goddamn that up, but Tom Brady.
It is what it is, dog. And at the end of the day, you know, you can say there's enough room, there's enough space for everybody.
What's your top 5?
Top 5 rappers?
Top 5 rappers.
Oh, wow.
I didn't mean to interrupt y'all.
Of
but
when?
Shady keep talking about the
Of
rappers
when?
that I don't like.
Of when? Of when and of what?
Let's do the last 10 years.
Yeah.
10. You got 10. Don't put Jay-Z none of them.
The last 10. The last 10. Jay-Z is 1.
Right. We can't put Jay-Z in it. We know he's number 2.
Kendrick, Drake, Cole. Those are the 3 in no order. In no order.
Oh, in no order.
In no order. I don't put them in.
I like that.
I don't put them in any order.
I like that 3.
Those are the 3 that dictate a lot of what's going on.
What's the new criteria though? Like, so what you just said, right? Because we have to embrace new music, new media, whatever, new athletes. So what's the criteria now in this new age and new music?
In music, today it seems like you just got to be a hybrid. Like there is no, like I understand Shady because I come from that. Like the spit, y'all, I hold them true and near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
But where the business is today, their rhyme got to hold a note. They got to know how to sing, write the chorus. They got to be the lead head of the set. They got to have they have pressures that we just didn't have to deal with back then. They have
social
to be,
media.
They have to be via. They have to be streaming. They have to be, can I go to Burger King and sell? Can I sell a 6-piece at KFC? Like it's like, it's not just music. It's music is like 2% of this now.
The top 3, but see, the dudes that you did name, them dudes, like they make real music. They got lyrics. They can rap.
Well, I believe that the niggas at the top are gonna always have to do that. They're gonna always have to be that can rhyme and make real music and like resonate with people across different.
Oh yes, bro.
I'm touching the
We
hood.
know
I'm
this,
touching
bro.
the
We
suburbs,
know
I'm
this.
touching you white boys. I'm touching the girls. Like you got to be able to do all of that. So, and that's throughout the history of hip hop. Whoever was at the top had to be able to do multiple things.
When I listen to your music, right? Because I have from up north, so I know a lot about Joe.
Y'all know he's from.
So this is the second time.
Same way I talk, way I walk.
Philly?
I'm from Harrisburg.
Same.
Come on.
Yeah, Philly, all that.
Not real rap. So when I see that, like how successful your podcast is, right? I'm not really surprised because this is what I want to know about him.
Talk too much.
Where is all that? He's very emotional. His raps, he type dude like he go through some if it's drugs. He talks about using drugs, right? If it's women, she don't. I'm mad. I'm sad. You know what I mean? Like, but real talk, most rappers and even we don't do that.
Right.
Where's that come from? Because you get real emotional and deep on everything.
Because anything that goes in got to come out. Anything that goes, that's just science. Whatever it is. So I probably was first to the race on the bit on the breakups and some of the hurt and the emotions, and she cheated and she this athlete. Look,
he go to details.
Yeah,
but like, but listen.
Who was the athlete? Who was the athlete?
Oh, I don't do that. No.
Hey, it was you.
Shady, bro.
It was Shady. Let's be honest.
Shady got around
But
with
listen, you talking about, but every man go through. Like Pac-Man just spoke about it earlier. And it could be athletes.
Talking about that boy Eminem.
Did y'all ever like cross-pollinated?
Shady probably took one of my before.
Shady as hell.
Damn.
Before we leave this subject, I gotta give him a
Don't tell
dog.
me.
If y'all know,
Don't tell me that boy Eminem took one of that boy Joe bitches. That's a tough cookie.
Man, when talking about them girls, he got crazy. If
crazy work,
whenever y'all chilling,
crazy work.
Look at this look. Let's say Joe Budden. This say girlfriend, right? It's a long list. Man, when him and Drake had a little, I ain't get into it. They little. He told Drake like, don't forget, like you go get my seconds, because Drake got a lot of them drinks too.
Yeah.
But when he said that, if you really know like his past, they like, oh yeah, he right. Oh yeah.
Hold on, what happened with you and Drake?
That's what I said. He said he get my son.
What he said, Shady?
He asked me a question. I answered.
Shady, what he said, Shady?
He said, "Yo, don't forget you be getting my seconds."
Hold on, what happened?
Am I tripping?
Yeah.
He ate none of that cup. But I had to get that out before we go to the other drink.
Who's next? Who's next up, man?
Y'all don't want to answer that question.
Nothing happened with me and Drake.
Okay, y'all good. Y'all good.
And Joe did call
Any
me out.
rapper
He did
throughout
call
my
me out
career that
before,
ever
too.
said something, I was just in the booth with it.
So y'all good? Y'all good?
Hold on.
Yeah,
Shady.
getting spicy.
We on I'm Athlete.
Yeah, he did call
He
me
called out Shady. We need to know about it, right?
Okay.
Don't you
Something
think?
like,
What you tell Shady? Shady said you called him out.
In a song?
nah, you said on a was it Instagram or something like that? Something you said. Oh, ain't nothing. She's about some bum. I'm like, damn.
You.
No, I drafted Shady every year in fantasy, damn near. I don't.
So why you say you?
But
I don't remember that.
When I asked her, like, yo, it's all love.
I
Ain't
don't
no
remember. I
issues.
think somebody.
You know, someone in the club.
Yo, when
He was like, ain't nothing, man. We out.
When you said that, I assume, like I always assume, you just get to talking.
Oh, all right. Okay.
You just get to talking.
He was telling you start getting your feeling about these little bits.
No, just get to talking sometimes.
That what you was
That's
telling
all.
me?
Nigga so
And
country,
you
bro.
can't
I
be the
love
guy
it.
that fall, like hear some of that, and, like fall for something. Like you can't get, like women will diss a woman that they never met for like the next 2 years. You never met her. Like y'all just got a nigga in common. As in, you try not to do that,
right?
Like, especially when you outside a little bit. Like, nah, I don't know you niggas. And y'all like, and if we like the same things, then we're gonna bump into each other out here. Cause I'm outside.
You outside
by himself now. He was outside by himself.
You good now?
But you know, I'm chilling now. I'm cool.
So you got a lady?
The plugin instantly turns your rough melody ideas from this into this.
Go both ways. Shoot.
What's her name?
Why?
Can we ask who's
Why?
next first?
The reason why I ask, cause like,
See,
huh?
look.
That's crazy though. That's not
Is this the one? Is this the one? Is this the one?
What's the ain't you football?
Is she the one? Is she the one? Is she the one? Joe, she the one.
Who she is? Why you need to know that?
Out of all these ones he's talking about, is she the one? Is she the one?
No, man. What else we got going on?
Who's up
Is she
next?
the one? Look at
Who's
that.
up next? Who
Too much
outranked him?
information.
I would say on the south. I would say baby.
No, not little baby. We want to ask
Baby
him
got it
because
now.
we want to ask somebody that we don't know. We know what little baby them doing. Like that's self-explanatory. Who is somebody that we probably can Google, or we might need to have on the show, or we might need to sign as an artist? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the one?
That's why we.
Who's the one?
Partners.
Oh, I don't know.
You ain't got one person.
They keep it real rappers. Though.
Hell
Like
no.
that.
Let me ask you
I'm talking about
how you
any
feel
kind of
about
artist. You don't know. You
how
don't
you
got
feel about
nobody
Ross?
that you working with, or nobody that you think is like, all right, they're gonna be next up.
I listen to all the R&B.
He's a fucking
There ain't
old
too many
head.
rappers that can rap, and it ain't too many rappers as rappers. These is something else. They not rapping. Chill. I don't know who up next.
Have you heard of what's the kid we had on here?
La Russell.
Have you heard of La Russell? What'd you think about him?
He can rap.
I thought he was
He can
that was, and I ain't really with all that soft trying to keep my gangster card. You know what I mean?
He gets vulnerable.
But he gets you vulnerable.
He gets vulnerable.
And he's passionate about what he's saying, I would say, to make you, you know what I mean? If you listen to him, Brandon turned me on to him. We heard him here. He's special. You know what I mean? I always like talking about different artists and this and that. Like I was gonna ask you about
Check
what
out
do you
Ty
think
Supreme,
about
you know what I'm saying? Your boy.
Rappers.
If y'all don't know about me, you know what I'm saying? Haitian Hearted coming out soon.
Right there. And don't nobody know. Young Thug is my friend. I said on the show. But I don't think that any rapper that is rapping should be charged what he's rapping about, because you don't charge a football player or an artist that's a Picasso that draw a mother that's shooting in the sky for a crime or a picture that he's presenting.
I'm not with lyrics in court.
That's the biggest thing.
I'm not with lyrics in court. Even if the lyrics in court are similar to real crime that has occurred,
You have to go do your due diligence and solve that crime. You cannot use my lyrics to put in motion. No, you go solve it. You got to do the job. Got to do the job. I also encourage rappers to stop detailing songs because we being hot, we being targeted.
You gotta point that out, bro.
They being targeted.
Talking about way too.
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
I got me a nigga. I shot a
the landscape in media and podcasting is going to change over the next 10 years. This is the end of the show. You know, I look at you as an OG. I thank you for coming on.
Thank y'all for
you know, like you really flew down here for this. You understand? So like, yeah, thank you so much.
Overdue.
How do you see this thing playing out over the next 5 to 10 years? Athletes and artists entering into this whole new media revolution.
I like what the athletes are doing. I'm well documented in saying I like the stance y'all are taking, where we as players are going to love on players differently than some of y'all that have never played the game.
That's true.
We're going to report differently than some of y'all. I like that. I envy it because in music, you don't got a whole lot of that.
Right.
You got a whole lot of that. You don't have us to protect us. So I fuck with that. As far as where we go in the next 10 years, I'm not telling you, not y'all. Every man for himself. Every podcaster for himself.
All right, man. So then we've
Fuck nigga, we really in that jungle, Nigel Thornberry. Golden, he gon' fuck a nigga bitch wearing Burberry. Golden, keep a real shoot around like Wayne Perry. Golden, what the fuck inside that bowl, nigga, Katy Perry. Fuck nigga, I get it from the source, I'm a narco. Golden, really stepping on that brick, nigga like Nardo. Spanish plug, he don't speak no English, he Ricardo. Fuck nigga, I'm chicken talking, this ain't for retardo. Pretty bitch, how the fuck that pussy get so fucking wet? What the fuck, I'm really getting that check, I can get him straight. Fuck nigga, if you sit down and listen, I can teach finesse. Golden down in Broward with the Haitians trying to learn the duet. Nigga had